morning.
Thank you all for being here. I hope everyone, it was easy to come in this morning, not too bad. I know Carol was up at 5:30. I think Joanne was up at 5:30. So before we start, Commissioner, any news on the weather? How are we doing?
Well, what I'd say is the roads look very good right now. Some parts of the state are just now starting to experience the snowfall. It's a heavy snowfall. It looks like it's dissipating a little bit faster than what we thought, so the accumulation shouldn't be that bad, but the good news is the temperatures are on the rise. But we do have some icing out there that we still need to be cautious about. What I'd say is still monitor the forecast and stay off the roads at all possible. Travel only when necessary.
Okay, thank you. We're going to enter into the action meeting of the February CTB meeting. Is there anyone here who would like to address the board? I don't think we have anyone signed up. Okay. With that, do I have a motion on the minutes?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Ms. Farmer. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here this morning to present the resolution authorizing the issuance of the Commonwealth of Virginia Capital Projects Revenue Bonds Series 2019. This resolution authorizes the chair to issue bonds on behalf of the board and adopts the documents to be edited to final form between now and the sale. And I'll be happy to entertain any questions.
Do I have a motion?
Move. Second.
Any further discussion? Questions for Ms. Farmer? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Patel, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Madam Secretary, member of the boards. In your packet, we have included the resolution that will add guaranteed maximum price as the basis for award for future design build project. We recommend your action to approve this resolution so we can use progressive design build and GMP for future design build project.
Do I have a motion? Have a second? Any discussion or questions for Mr. Patel? He made this presentation at the last CTB meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you, Mr. Patel. You must have done such a good job.
Thank you.
There you go. As well as Ms. Farmer. It was. Hello, Ms. Keene. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Good morning, Madam Secretary, members of the board. I have one action item for you today. It's a limited access control change for the I-95 southbound Rappahannock River crossing in the Fredericksburg district. This first round smart scale project provides 3 additional lanes southbound on Interstate 95 from Route 17 to Route 3 in the city of Fredericksburg. It also provides a new bridge across the Rappahannock River and interchange improvements at both Route 17 and Route 3. These improvements require modification to the existing limited access control along Interstate 95. The design public hearing was held in January of 2017, and this project has been endorsed by Stafford, Spotsylvania County, and the city of Fredericksburg. FHWA concurred with the limited access control change in a letter dated January 2019. The total cost for this design build project is $116 million. Today, I request CTB approval for the modification of the limited access control for this project.
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're not Miss Pryor?
Not even close. Not even close.
Or it was a really long night. I'm not sure.
Oh, my goodness. She is coming from the far west. It hasn't quite made it yet.
Yeah.
So
Morning, Mr. Lawson. We're so happy to see you.
Thank you. So
Did you
happy-
go home last night?
I absolutely did.
You did, and so how was your drive in?
Surprisingly, it was snowier there than it was here, but not a problem driving.
Thank you.
So this morning I have two action items for you. The first item is the amendments to the 6-year program. There are 3 projects you see listed, all local funded, nothing of any exceptional significance. Your approval, we'd like to seek your approval of these amendments to the program.
Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Thank you. The second item before you is the normal monthly transfers. The only item of significance I'll call to you would be the item 9, the Fredericksburg district project, which is actually a revenue sharing project. Typically, we would do those as separate actions, but we've rolled it into the transfers item today. It is just transferring a balance to another revenue sharing project within the district, as Julie would normally bring before you. No questions? I would seek your approval.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lawson. Hi, Ms. Brown.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, members of the board. I just have one item for you this month. The town of Tazewell in the Bristol district has requested recreational access funds to provide access to the Tazewell Little League Recreational Park. The recreational facilities are currently accessed from Main Street by a private entrance and parking lot. The town plans include renovation of the existing facilities, reconstruction and reorientation of their baseball and softball fields, and expansion of the parking area. The recommended project will provide a new 18-foot wide asphalt roadway to the parking lot. The project will be administered by the town of Tazewell, and the Bristol district has concurred in the project design as well as the estimate of $350,000 for this project. The Director of the Conservation and Recreation has determined that the Tazewell Little League Recreational Park is a public recreational area and has recommended the road access funding for this project. We recommend your approval of this request.
Mr. Johnson, would you like to make that recommendation?
Thank you, Madam Secretary. So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
You can tell that the members from the certain districts are not here this morning. It's like a little pause.
I've been trying,
I know. Any further discussion on this? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. Mr. Caples. Back there. Mr. Moore, would you be prepared to present the bids this morning?
I've gone through it, but I don't have it in front of me today. What I can tell you in your notes is we do have, go ahead, great. Great. Is that we have 3 projects moving forward. All 3 are within the engineer's estimate range, and all 3 are paving schedules. You can see that all of these had multiple bids. So the first of these is order number 137, and W&L Construction, that is in the Bristol district. Do we have and we recommend them all move forward. Do we have a motion, Madam Chair, or any questions on them before we go
Mr. Johnson?
to award?
Request approval. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Okay.
Number 445, again paving, again within the estimate, again multiple bids, good value. It's in the Hampton Roads district, and again we recommend for approval.
4 bidders, Mr. Brown. Nice job.
I make a motion we approve.
Is it not Richmond? Did you say second? Okay, there you go. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay.
And order number 738, S.L. Williamson, which is in the Culpeper District. Again, 3 bidders on that, and we've generally had pretty good bids all around for our so we're I think, doing a little bit better on it this time around. And it's a good estimate, good value, and we recommend that it go forward for award.
Make a motion.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good competition on all of these. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So sorry. Any new business before the board? Anything anyone would like to?
Madam Secretary.
Mr. Dodson.
I was saying yesterday with Mr. Donahue, remember the General Assembly hasn't been signed yet, but new legislation in relation to handheld phones. Handheld phones, obviously going to be really nice. I think January 1st becomes effective. And we talked about it recently as far as a safety issue, as far as driving. And I think it's great that the General Assembly has passed the legislation for the governor to sign. It'd be tremendous as far as, you better put your phone down and not drive January 1st, unless you're going to pay $125, I believe, if you get caught.
Is it July 1st?
I think it's January 1st.
January?
January 1st.
So, Ms. Marshall, is there any update on that?
As of yesterday, Madam Secretary and members of the board, as of yesterday, there's still some conflict, I guess. They're still working on some wording with the handheld law. They are going over the words of in hand or holding the phone. So, because holding could also be holding it in between your shoulder and your ear, and so they're trying to decide between those two terms.
Lawyers.
So it hasn't gone through yet. We're hoping that it will, though.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Another item, I think we have a meeting scheduled for July. Is that right, Carol? And she's made arrangements for Virginia Hotel, which is a $30 million renovation, just completed recently. And I will say that since I'm hosting it, since Madam Secretary is really busy and et cetera, if anybody wants to bring family members, we're going to plan, I haven't said anything to Carol yet, we can plan a trip up to Thomas Jefferson's second home, in Poplar Forest near Bedford, and then a trip up to Peaks of Otter for lunch, and down, back down the Parkway, and then we have a place called Point of Honor in Lynchburg, which is 1800s renovation of a house. So you still got to make the meeting. You can't take off with your family, okay? Well, I'm not the boss. She's the boss, okay? So, but we're going to plan a nice event. And July is a nice time in Lynchburg. It's warm, but the college students are not there. We're not in Charlottesville, but when the kids leave from Liberty University, it's a lot easier to get around. So looking forward to anybody want to have any family members, and we'll set everything up, and we'll find somebody to pay for it that's named Dodson, okay?
Yeah. You know, Lynchburg has 5 colleges, and we actually have more college students in Charlottesville.
Fine.
I'm Secretary, I'm having a family reunion that week. There's only 150 of us, but if you'll have us, we'd love to be there.
Bring them all.
Yeah. He said he's paying, I'm in.
Madam Secretary, we're not going to have Sydney hear about this pass.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dodson. Any other new business? I believe we are over in Hampton Roads next month. And so Carol will be working on those arrangements. And that'll be a really important meeting. Remember that the dates have shifted from Tuesday, Wednesday to Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have a big meeting with HR Tech on the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel project. So it will be a very important meeting, so we will look forward to being there. And Mr. Miller has graciously offered to host dinner. So we thank you for that. Anything else from the board? Just want to, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
I just want to compliment the entire team at VDOT and everybody working on the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, and all the staff that have done yeoman's work in so many areas and so much time over a long period of time to bring it to the point where it is. We've got miles to go before we sleep, needless to say, and with what's going on in the legislature and where we go with the project. But it's a significant project for the Hampton Roads region and for the state of Virginia and for areas far beyond that. Thank you all for all your hard work.
I couldn't, thank you very much. It's hard to add to what you just said. Very important. Deputy Secretary Morteza Farrajon said last night, we said long days, but there were many long nights as well. And I do really want to thank the Office of the Attorney General because they walked hand in hand with us to get this done as well. As well as our CTB members being extremely helpful, and again, the legislators. So it was truly a team effort. Anything else? I just want to thank Brenda for everything she did to help the meeting go very smoothly, and as always, Carol Mathis, who planned a lovely dinner last night, and transportation, and so we're always grateful to you. With that, we are adjourned. Please be very careful going home. And Mr. Walton, we're going to look forward to recommendations from you on how we can address meetings where everyone cannot be present. So anyway, the meeting's adjourned. Thank you all very much.
20 minutes.